Utah State guard Sam Merrill is one of the most polished players in the 2020 NBA draft. Merrill is an absolute sniper of a shooter who can light the net on fire in a variety of ways. The senior guard is a bag of craft who will fool defenders with pump fakes and hesitations which allow him to get to where he wants to go on the floor. But the Utah native isn't just a shooter. The dude can pass the rock with the best of them. And at 6'5", he possesses the vision to make high-level reads that'll always make his teammates better. Now, Merrill's skill won't be in question with NBA front offices, but they will question his athleticism and wonder how much his production has to do with his age. But if we've learned anything, it's that shooters are valuable no matter the age. And as a career 42% from behind the arc, Merrill is up there with the best of them. Now, there are a lot of prospects who could claim the 2020 NBA draft's best shooter. But there aren't many who have the consistent shooting resume of Sam Merrill. While many of the draft's premier shooters are freshmen or sophomores with a smaller sample of long-distance bombs, Merrill has been setting the net on fire for 4 years, shooting over 40% from three in 3 of those years and 38% in the other. What makes Merrill such an intriguing shooter is just how versatile he is. Merrill can knock down straight catch-and-shoot jumpers off dribble drives, or he can shoot it on the move, even on his misses. You see how Merrill can create space for open looks with crafty off-ball movement. And Merrill is such a sniper that defenders have to hard close on him, allowing him easy opportunities to pump fake and step into open looks. But Merrill isn't just a catch-and-shoot guy. Merrill can stroke it off the bounce, hitting tough, off-balance jumpers. And he does it with a hand in his face too. He needs only an inch to let it fly. Which brings us to Merrill's off-the-bounce game, where Merrill has shown the ability to drill dribble jumpers in the face of the defense time and time again. Combo move after combo move in one-on-one spots throw you off balance and garner the room to get off clean looks. And the dude has got range and a fearlessness to make tough shots in tough spots. He's been there before. Clutch time doesn't faze him. And like I said, range. You better play up on him if you don't want a 3 in your eye. And Merrill will enter the league with one of the most coveted shots already in his bag, the step-back jumper. There's always going to be a place in the league for a dead-eye shooter with a step-back J. Merrill misses here, but you see the amount of space he can create on the step-back. When it comes to playing out of the pick and roll, there weren't many college players more deadly. Go under and Merrill gets an open look from deep. Go over and you're chasing a deadly mid-range shooter. Merrill may not be tasked with some of these mid-range jumpers at the next level, but if you buy into Merrill's ability as a potential 3-level scorer, there's shots he'll need in his bag, and he's more than comfortable taking them. Off the bounce or on the move, it doesn't matter. Merrill can pour them in from anywhere, like he does here, out of the same set, getting him clean looks from the elbow. These shots could be valuable for Merrill as long as he keeps these highly contested mid-rangers out of his arsenal. Merrill's touch also benefits his ability to hit floaters, and that touch extends to the foul line. Merrill shows his craft again here as he uses little hezzies to get into the paint and spin off his man to finish with a little push floater. Every guard needs a floater in their bag, and the veteran Merrill's comes ready-made. Merrill will also use his ability to move off ball to curl the hoop, as he does here, finishing with the scoop shot. Again, Merrill moves without the ball coming off the DHO, keeps the defender on his back, and finishes into the body of the big. Defenders have to play Merrill tight due to the jumper so he can take advantage and get by them for finishes at the rim. And while Merrill finished 58% of his close twos, his lack of bounce could lead to an adjustment period as a young NBA player. Merrill models his game after Luka Doncic, and one of the areas Luka has improved on since he's come into the league is finishing with his left hand. And Merrill will have to follow suit, as he struggled to finish driving with his left. These struggles with the left are why that floater game is going to come in handy as a young player. Now, another way to combat the possible finishing issues will be to use his body to get to the free throw line. The more ways Merrill can get himself to the free throw line, the better, as he is an absolute sniper, shooting 89% for his career from the stripe. Sam Merrill may be the draft's best shooter, but he may also be the draft's best playmaker. If you squint hard enough, you'll see the shades of Luka, as Merrill uses his vision to make high-level reads out of the pick and roll. He's got every pass in his bag. Need a simple one-handed pocket pass on a short roll? Merrill's got you. That pocket pass is such a weapon at the next level, as we've seen from Draymond on the Warriors to Bam on the Heat. Finding the big on the short roll with a high-level passer can absolutely tear apart a defense. But perhaps the best pass in Merrill's bag is his ability to hit the weak side shooter coming off a screen. This one-handed live dribble whip pass is no joke. He's just so crafty, and his ability to split screens and get into the paint opens up easy passing lanes that allow Merrill to just pick apart the defense. And he picked apart many a defense over his college career. Shooters will love playing alongside of this dude. BYU has 5 blue shirts closing on Merrill, and he's still perfectly placed to pass to the weak side wing. This possession shows the craft with the ball in his hands. As Merrill comes off the screen, he puts his man in jail, keeping him on his back, and then sidesteps the charge attempt, giving his teammate a sweet drop-off. He really sees the whole floor, and if you cut, he will find you. Pretty give and go here, leading to a blown dunk attempt. Merrill's IQ is off the charts, and he rarely turned it over, sporting a 2.5 to 1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Now, Utah State didn't play all that fast, but I think Merrill would be great playing at a faster pace as a pro. Transition leads to broken rotations and offensive advantages. Kinda perfect for a guy with Merrill's vision and passing chops. Now, if there's any place besides Merrill's age where NBA teams will question Merrill as a prospect, it's on the defensive end. My biggest concern with Merrill is how he'll guard pick and rolls. Utah State's pick and roll coverage was a mess last season, and you see the help consistently in the wrong spot. But still, if Merrill doesn't become at least an adequate pick and roll defender, he may struggle to find consistent minutes. Now, one-on-one, Merrill was pretty decent, and I'd like to look to his possessions against quick, shifty guards to project him going forward. Utah State and San Diego State were not strangers, and Merrill got to match up with potential first-rounder Malachi Flynn on multiple occasions. Flynn is a good ball handler who's low to the ground, and Merrill proved time and time again an ability to stay in front of him. Merrill doesn't have the best ability to move laterally or the longest reach to frustrate shooters, but he's smart and gives good effort. It won't be as easy to stay in front of the Beals or CJ McCollums of the NBA, and there will be some growing pains, but he should be adequate one-on-one. And with his shooting ability, adequate will keep him on an NBA floor. Now, as an off-ball defender, Merrill was able to use his IQ and experience to make smart rotations. You see him here touching the big, keeping his head on a swivel, and recovering to his man on the perimeter, leading to the turnover. Another good possession. Merrill calls the switch early, gets through the screen, switches onto multiple offensive players, and gets a great shot contest. Another strong possession here. Merrill stays with his man running off the screen, finds the ball, calls out the switch up top, starts sneaking down to the big, and meets him at the rim on the spin, forcing the pass away. Merrill starts on the weak side here, starts cheating the paint, but keeps his head on a swivel, where he sees his man try to cut underneath, and meets the ball for the steal. One final possession as Merrill starts on the weak side wing. Merrill tags the roller, recovers on the closeout to the wing, forcing him into the defense, switches his man, and sends him into a retreat and kick out, before Malachi Flynn knocks down a long Hail Mary jumper with the shot clock expiring. Look, Merrill's one of my favorite prospects in the class. He has a unique blend of shooting and playmaking to go along with a sky-high basketball IQ. And if we've learned anything from watching the Heat in the bubble, there should always be minutes available to versatile shooters and playmakers. Merrill's age will most likely keep him from landing in the first round, but he's gonna play in the league, and he'll make the team that lands him look really smart in the process.